This is today's article. The scientist reveals cause of lost magnetism at meteorite site. Rod Boyce, University of Alaska, Fairbanks. The University of Alaska Fairbanks scientists discovered a method for detecting and better defining meteorite impact sites that have long lost their telltale craters. The discovery could further the study of not only Earth's geology but also that of other bodies in our solar system. The key, according to the work by Associate Research Professor Gunter Kleteska at UAF Geophysical Institute, is in the greatly reduced level of natural remnant magnetization of rock that has been subjected to the intense forces from a meteor as it nears and then strikes the surface of our planet. Rocks unaltered by man-made or non-Earth forces have 2% to 3% natural remnant magnetization, meaning they consist of that quantity of magnetic mineral grains, usually magnetite or hematite or both. Kleteska found that samples collected at the Santa Fe impact structure in New Mexico contain less than 0.1% magnetism. Kleteska determined that plasma created at the moment of impact and a change in the behavior of electrons in the rock's atoms are the reasons for minimal magnetism. I wonder if there was also in that impact, because of the change of the magnetism and the plasma discharge, if there was plasma lightning. Now, Kleteska reported his findings in a paper published Wednesday in the Journal of Scientific Reports. The Santa Fe impact structure was discovered in 2005. It's estimated to be about 1.2 billion years old. The site consists of easily recognized shatter cones, which are rocks with fantail features and radiating fracture lines. Shatter cones are believed to only form when a rock is subjected to high pressure, high velocity shock as an impact, of course. The high velocity shock waves, such as from a meteor or even a nuclear explosion. Kleteska's work will now allow researchers to determine an impact site before shatter cones are discovered and to better define the extent of known impact sites that have lost their craters due to erosion. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. Of course, after billions of years, erosion would take place. Quote, when you have an impact, it's at tremendous velocity, and quote, Kleteska said, and as soon, he says, as there is a contact with that velocity, there is a change of the kinetic energy into heat and vapor and plasma. A lot of people understand that there is heat, maybe some melting and evaporation, but people don't think about the plasma, he said. Plasma is a gas in which atoms have been broken into free-floating negative electrons and positive ions. He said, we were able to detect in the rocks that a plasma was created during the impact. Earth's magnetic field lines penetrate everything on the planet. Magnetic stability in rocks can be knocked out temporarily by a shock wave, as they are when hitting an object with a hammer, for example. The magnetic stability in rocks returns immediately after the shock wave passes. At Santa Fe, the meteorite's impact sent a massive shock wave through the rocks. As expected, Kleteska found that the shock wave altered the characteristics of atoms in the rocks by modifying the orbits of certain electrons, leading to their loss of magnetism. The modification of atoms would allow for a quick remagnetization of the rocks, but Kleteska also found that the meteorite impact had weakened the magnetic field in the area. There was no way for the rocks to regain their 2% to 3% magnetism, even though they had the capability to do so, he said. That's because the presence of plasma in the rocks at the impact surface and below. Presence of the plasma increased the rock's electrical conductivity as they converted to vapor and molten rock at the leading edge of the shock wave, temporarily weakening the ambient magnetic field. He said this plasma will shield the magnetic field away, and therefore the rocks find only a very small magnetic field, a residue, Klateshka explains. Klateshka is also affiliated with Charles University in Prague, Czech Republic. Charles University students Radana Kavkova and Hakan Ukar assisted in this research. This is by University of Alaska Fairbanks, Rod Boyce on phys.org. So that's a great way to find impact sites because of the fact that they have much less magnetism. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.